The German armed forces have planned to retire from old Tornado fighter jets with prospective replacement aircraft. The Eurofighter Typhoon, made by the European Consortium, and US-made Super Hornet F/A-18 fighter jets capable of carrying nuclear warheads. But the plan was rejected by the Social Democratic Party (SPD). The party wants the German military to rely on European fighter jets. A spokesman for the German Ministry of Defense, Arne Collatz-Johannsen, told reporters in Berlin on Monday that an official decision would be sent to the Bundestag or Parliamentary Defense Committee in the coming days. "We recommend a mixed solution that will keep the European defense industry running at capacity, and what is more, less than a third of the total may come from non-European suppliers," he said. Reported by Sputniknews. According to several sources, Germany will buy 90 Typhoon Eurofighter aircraft made by the European Consortium and 45 Boeing F/A-18 fighter jets. 30 F/A-18 units will be equipped with the ability to carry nuclear warheads. Initially, Germany planned to acquire the F-35 as a replacement for the Tornado. But in 2019, Berlin cancelled the plan. The Eurofighter Typhoon is a twin-engine, canard-wing delta, multi-role fighter. The Typhoon was originally designed as an air superiority fighter and was produced by a consortium of Airbus, Space Systems and Leonardo, who carried out the majority of projects through a joint holding company, Eurofighter Jagdflugzeug GmbH, formed in 1986. NATO Eurofighter and the Tornado Management Agency manage the project and are the main customers. Effective aircraft development began in 1983 with the Future European Fighter Aircraft Program, a multinational collaboration between Britain, Germany, France, Italy and Spain. Disagreement regarding design authority and operational requirements caused France to leave the consortium to develop Dassault Rafale independently, a technology demonstration aircraft. British Aerospace (EAP) first flew on 6 August 1986. Eurofighter's first prototype, which was finalized, made its first flight on March 27, 1994. The name of the aircraft, Typhoon, was adopted in September 1998. The first production contract was also signed that year. The Typhoon entered operational service in 2003, has entered service with Austrian, Italian, German, British, Spanish and Saudi Air Forces. The Oman, Kuwait and Qatar Air Forces are export customers, bringing the total procurement to 623 aircraft by 2019. Eurofighter Typhoon is a very agile aircraft, designed to be a very effective dogfighter in combat. Subsequent production aircraft are increasingly better equipped to carry out air strikes to the surface and to be compatible with more and more different weapons and equipment, including Storm Shadow and Brimstone, owned by RAF. The Boeing F/A-18E and F/A-18F Super Hornet are twin-engine, carrier-capable, multi-role fighter aircraft variants based on the McDonnell Douglas F/A-18 Hornet. The F/A-18E single-seat and F/A-18F tandem-seat variants are larger and more advanced derivatives of the F/A-18C and D Hornet. The Super Hornet has an internal 20mm M61 rotary cannon and can carry air-to-air missiles and air-to-surface weapons. Additional fuel can be carried in up to 5 external fuel tanks, and the aircraft can be configured as an airborne tanker by adding an external air refueling system. Designed and initially produced by McDonnell Douglas, the Super Hornet first flew in 1995. Low-rate production began in early 1997, with full-rate production starting in September 1997. After the merger of McDonnell Douglas and Boeing the previous month, The Super Hornet entered service with the United States Navy in 2001, replacing the Grumman F-14 Tomcat, which was retired in 2006. The Super Hornet serves alongside the original Hornet, the Royal Australian Air Force (RAAF), which has operated the F-A-18A as its main fighter since 1984. Ordered the F-A-18F in 2007 to replace its aging General Dynamics F-111C fleet. RAAF Super Hornets entered service in December 2010. Boeing and Northrop Grumman self-funded a prototype of the advanced Super Hornet. The prototype features a 50% reduction in frontal radar cross-section (RCS), conformal fuel tanks (CFT), and an enclosed weapons pod. Features could also be integrated onto the EA-18G Growler. Using CFTs on the EA-18 fleet was speculated as useful to releasing underwing space and drag margin for the next-generation jammer. Flight tests of the advanced Super Hornet began on the 5th of August 2013 and continued for 3 weeks, testing the performance of CFTs, the enclosed weapons pod (EWP), and signature enhancements. The U.S. Navy was reportedly pleased with the advanced Super Hornet's flight test results, and hopes it will provide future procurement options. In March 2013, the U.S. Navy was considering the widespread adoption of conformal fuel tanks, which would allow the Super Hornet to carry 3,500 pounds (1,600 kilograms) of additional fuel. Budgetary pressures from the F-35C Lightning II and Pacific region operations were cited as reasons supporting the use of CFTs. Flight testing demonstrated CFTs could slightly reduce drag while expanding the combat range by 260 nautical miles (300 miles, 480 kilometers). The prototype CFT weighed 1,500 pounds (680 kilograms), while production CFTs are expected to weigh 870 pounds (390 kilograms). Boeing stated that the CFTs do not add any cruise drag but acknowledged a negative impact imposed on transonic acceleration due to increased wave drag. General Electric's Enhanced Performance Engine (EP), increasing the F414GE-400's power output from 22,000 to 26,400 lbf, 98 to 117 kilonewtons of thrust per engine, was suggested as a mitigating measure. In 2009, development commenced on several engine improvements, including greater resistance to foreign object damage, reduced fuel burn rate, and potentially increased thrust of up to 20%. In 2014, Boeing revealed a Super Hornet hybrid concept equipped with the EA-18G Growler's electronic signal detection capabilities to allow for targets engagement using the receiver. The concept did not include the ALQ-99 jamming pod. Growth capabilities could include the addition of a long-range infrared search and track sensor and new air-to-air tracking modes. In September 2014, Boeing ready plans to close its St. Louis production lines for the Super Hornet and F-15 in 2017. Chris Chadwick, president of Boeing Defense, Space and Security, told the Wall Street Journal that, although we're still solidly behind them, the company could have decided by April 2015 whether to shut down both assembly lines and close the factory, but chose to keep the Super Hornet line going, due to various Pentagon contracts. Boeing had enough orders to keep things running into 2017 to give Boeing the opportunity to firm up more international orders.